There's been a development in the murder case of Tim Bosma. Evie Cuervo is live at the Hamilton, Ontario courthouse where a man accused in the case is appearing. So, Evie, what can you tell us?
Well, Millard just appeared at the Ontario courtroom here in Hamilton. As you can see behind me, there is a lot of media waiting to speak to his defense lawyer. Now, in the court, he really didn't have a lot of emotion, but he was a much more grown-up look for him. The last few days, we've seen pictures with a red mohawk. Today, he was somber, his hair normal, with a white shirt that looked a little bit crinkled. He didn't have a lot of emotion, as I mentioned, but when he was read his charges, he was very serious, just nodded to the judge this morning. But there was no seats inside that courthouse. Everyone was shoulder to shoulder. He was read his charges: first-degree murder in the death of Tim Bosma. We also heard forcible confinement as well as theft of a motor vehicle. Originally, he was charged over the weekend with theft over $5,000. That was dropped. Now, there is a publication ban on this case. Now, it was initially applied for over the weekend, and today it was reinforced. So what happened inside today, I cannot share at this time. But what I can tell you is that there are a number of now key things that will be brought up as we hear about from the trial. Over the weekend, of course, we heard from police about the work that they've been doing at different sites across the Waterloo area. A hangar near the Waterloo airport that was searched by police officers, as well as a farm property. Both of those are owned by the accused. Now, it's still lots of questions about this investigation. The police, of course, are now looking for two other suspects. We don't know much about them, but we know that surveillance video was captured of a vehicle following the day that Tim Bosma disappeared. Now, he had taken out two men on a test drive of his pickup truck. He had put up an ad on Kijiji and was hoping to sell it. The police told us yesterday that they believe Bosma was targeted, that he was taken to the Waterloo area where his body was burned beyond recognition. Police won't talk about the evidence that they've gathered. Of course, now this is all going to be evolving in court. Now, his defense lawyer did tell us that he's going to be applying for bail at some time, we don't know when, in Superior Court. They're now waiting for disclosure of the case. So essentially that means that the defense lawyer has to learn more about the case that the Crown is now building against his client. It's going to be a very lengthy, very complex case. There are multi-jurisdictions involved in this, multiple search warrants that were executed, and of course lots of evidence from all of those key areas, including the home where a trailer was found parked. Inside it was the car that we know now belongs to Tim Bosma, and that was parked at Millard's mother's home. So still lot of questions, and of course now a lot of evidence that we're going to be learning about in the next few months, even in the next year.